Hi y'all! Welcome to a new series I'm releasing of life during quarantine. I started this as a way of connecting to everyone since life has been pretty isolating recently. It's been about a month of this new normal, and I've finally gotten it together enough to share my life with y'all. I've been pretty chaotic, and I thought it would make for some entertaining content, and if I'm not funny, at least you'll learn something. So I hope y'all enjoy this episode of how to attempt to make boba. Let's grab our ingredients. We'll need 1 can of condensed milk, honey in bare form, tapioca flour, brown sugar, and some strong black tea like this Earl Grey. First, measure out 1 cup of tapioca flour. And if you're like me, you'll struggle to get the cup into the bag until you figure out you should probably just pour it into the cup and make a mess. Wow, look at that powder fly. Then, you'll dump it into a bowl and make more of a mess. Then, measure out 1/2 cup of brown sugar. You will again struggle with the bag, but you'll sort of succeed this time. Make sure to pack the brown sugar into the cup because that's how it's measured, I guess. Ooh, satisfying. This shot was accidental, but looked cool. Throw in 1/2 cup of water, followed by that brown sugar you just measured. Stir it up, and then get annoyed that some of that sugar clumped together. Pour in the tapioca flour, of course getting it everywhere again. Stir continuously, and watch as the mixture begins to thicken. If you are not watching it, lumps will form, which we do not want, so keep on stirring. Soon, you will get some goopy concoction that reminds me of glue. Prepare a surface for kneading with more tapioca flour, which also is kind of fun to play with. Dump the cooked mixture onto your surface. Of course, you will struggle with this because of its strange viscosity. Make sure to use your spatula to get everything out. Apply more flour and then begin the kneading process. At this point, the mixture is super goopy and sticky, so keep your hands covered in flour. It feels pretty nice to knead this, as the mixture sort of approximates the temperature and feel of holding another person's hand, which I have not done since the shelter-in-place began. Oh, to be able to share a hug with another person again. Continue kneading until the mixture is no longer tacky and is easily workable. Flop the mixture onto your working surface a couple of times. It'll help you release any pent-up emotions you have inside. The childish aspect of your mind will then tell you to squish the dough, like this. Playing with the boba is very therapeutic, so use any technique you feel is necessary to obtain the perfect dough. The dough will eventually feel like a baby's butt, so go ahead and smack it. Once all the flour is incorporated, roll the dough into a log. Make sure your dad doesn't turn off the lights right as you go to cut something. Cut the dough into more manageable pieces, adding more flour as necessary. Continue to roll the dough. You are aiming to roll the dough into 1 centimeter diameter snakes. Now, this next part is where you should learn from my mistakes. Unless you don't want to be able to suck the boba up through a straw, then go ahead, by all means, follow what I did. You want to make square-shaped pieces, each 1 centimeter apart. I got lazy and cut where it felt right. I was not right. Next, it's time to shape the boba. You don't want to actually roll the pieces into a ball. Instead, just pinch the corners in to make a more round shape. They don't have to be perfect, just vaguely spherical. I just really wanted you guys to listen to this sound. Then, throw the boba into some boiling water. Don't follow my technique here. Unless you like hot water splashed on you, I suggest using a large spoon or ladle to drop the boba in. As you can see from my camera work here, I am suffering. Boil the pearls for 20 to 30 minutes or until translucent. Now let's roll on into making the milk tea. Grab your condensed milk and measure out 3 tablespoons of any strong black tea. Ooh, pretty. Add your black tea to 2 cups of water. Stir that mixture up. I forgot to add a shot of the condensed milk, but add the whole can in. Yes, it is very sweet. Yes, that's what the recipe called for. Simmer for 3 to 5 minutes, and then strain out the tea leaves. Next up, decorating. Combine 1/2 cup of brown sugar to 1/4 cup of honey and 1/4 cup of water to get this sugary syrup. Drizzle the syrup around your favorite cup. Wow, look at that pretty amber color. Chef's kiss. Add the syrup to your freshly cooked pearls. Now, this is sort of where I messed up because I overcooked it and it should not be this sticky. Next, add the boba to your cup, of course making a mess, dropping pearls everywhere. Don't worry, my dad did yell at me to make sure I cleaned up every last bit of stickiness off the counters. Next, add as much ice as you like. Struggle to remove the lid off the tea you just made and pour it into your cup. Laugh at how my sugar syrup has hardened and I can't stir this because I overcooked it. It still tasted good though. And that's it. Hope y'all got some enjoyment out of this. Remember, we're all going through this crazy time together. Maybe try this out when your brain needs a break. Love you, Pack Fam!